Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is I Like It Raw here on HMG. Can you hear me, Jimmy? Just give me a nod head. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Can you hear me? No? Jim? Oh yeah, you can hear me. Okay. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, I'm still in mommy's house as they're renovating my home in Brooklyn, New York. So I am in the dirty streets of Manhattan. And yeah, we're here. And I'm excited. Ladies and gentlemen, this is, I am the report of the people. No, I'm the pundit of the people, the man with the plan, Big Ray, here to stay to talk some Lucha Libre today. And ladies and gentlemen, I am not alone. I am here with my brother from down under, the king of the Wallabies, the one and the only Jimmy T from the PWC. Jimmy T, good morning, my friend. How are you? It is great to see you. Real quick, say what you're going to say, because I have some little bit of breaking news, unfortunately.
You do? Okay. Well, I was just going to say thank you for having me as per usual on I Like It Raw, because, you know, both of us like Raw, very raw. But, yeah, man, I'm pretty good for the time being, I guess. You know, the weather's cooling down, which I'm happy about. And I'm just looking at Zane in the chat. What do you mean I'm starting off with a lie? So am I lying now? Like, I don't feel good. I'm not good. I'm talking caca, according to you, just quietly. But, yeah, man. But what's this breaking news you're going to break?
Well, so how long have I been doing this thing here at HMG?
Oh, wait a minute. So I hope this is not what I think it is, but for a lot of years, dude. Since the beginning.
All right. So do you remember WrestleZone?
Of course. That's when I first found you guys, by the way.
Right. So the person that's running I can't really sue you. The person that's running WrestleZone needs somebody to take over their audio.
All right. I'm not going to fall for this. I'm not falling for this.
So anyway, so I'm going to be basically retiring. I will never retire.
All right, I just remembered.
Yeah. That was my poor attempt at April Fool's.
Well, it's funny because it's April 2nd over here as of an hour ago. So
can I tell you?
It clicked to me.
I tell you, Jimmy? I am so over this April Fool's bullshit.
Oh, it's been pathetic today. It's been pathetic, dude. Especially with the news.
Oh my god, bro! It's like, so I'm a sports fan. So you know I love the Knicks and the Yankees and the Rangers and the Giants, and it's like, oh, season-ending surgery for Jalen Brunson. His leg fell off, and then on my baseball page, it's like, oh, Derek Jeter's going to make a comeback, you know, at the age of 50, and I'm like, shut up with this stuff.
Jeter.
Are you serious?
Come on, man.
Oh
yeah,
god,
no, it's been bad. It's been really bad. Probably the worst, actually, that I remember it in terms of all the bullshit going around.
What is going on? Like, don't people get tired of lying to themselves?
I know. Tell me about it. What the Artist Returns said, though, is actually quite interesting, because I just saw that. What's that? A matter of fact. And happy birthday to your late mother, Artist.
Oh,
God rest her soul, bro.
Amen. Happy birthday to your late mom, dude. What is this we have here? It says Mickie James retracted her statement today. What is it? Okay. And happy birthday to mom in heaven, brother. So she retracted her statement regarding what? What are we talking about here?
If it's what I think he's talking about how all she sees in pro wrestling these days is women just shaking their asses.
Oh, yeah.
She's a hypocrite and a half, bro.
What would you call her a hypocrite? She never
Come on, man.
She never
If you type Mickie James, dude, she wasn't the smartest chick when she was young either. Right? Let's be real here, man.
Country.
Yeah, right. Hardcore, all right. I don't know about country.
Oof, that's stiff, Jimmy.
Oh well, speaking of stiff, if that's an April Fool's joke, Artist, goddamn you, bro.
Did she retract her statement? Can we?
I don't know if she retracted it, but as far as I know, that's true.
Huh. Interesting. All right. Well, let's play some different music here. Hold on. I like this
I
music.
like
better.
it. It's groovy.
Oh yeah.
Ah, shit.
Anyway. Okay.
And in other news, Vince McMahon bought out TNA.
No.
Yeah, I swear, bro. It's all over the internet.
Shocker. Shocker. Anyway, listen, guys, I'm just waking up. I'm very happy. I'm in a very good mood, even though I'm tired. Do you get seasonal allergies, Jimmy, or no?
Not really, man. But one thing I have noticed, I've been getting hay fever, man. Like sometimes, not as bad, but I've been getting it lately, dude.
Well, I took a bad drag. For
I hate that.
For those who follow me here, around this time of year, I always get the sniffles. So that's starting to come down. But I have medicine for that. See how that works. Damn right. Anyway, so yeah, man. What the hell was what was the is there any news or anything you wanted to talk about outside of wrestling? Because we will be reviewing Monday Night Raw as we are on the road to WrestleMania. We'll talk some news and rumors and so on and so forth. Anything you wanted to talk about outside of Raw real quick before we hey, did you see Snow White?
No, I actually didn't see Snow White. I mean, was I supposed to see Snow White?
I heard it made like $20 Canadian in Australia all weekend.
Wait, did the movie come out? Is that what you're alluding to? Because if it did, I didn't even know about it.
Allegedly, Snow White is the worst movie on IMDb. Like, it got like a 1.2 rating or something out of 10. It's the worst movie of all time. And the actress that destroyed Snow White, the one she was like, "Oh, it's so weird." That girl, Rachel Zegler, absolutely destroyed the show, the movie. I just love when people that are so involved in themselves and they think they're so important and they're just taking down like Ben Hamin, they're taking down like a notch. Not Ben Hamin, but how he talks about how we're like ants crawling on a rock. Face. Anyway, anything exciting?
Well, let's be honest, Ray. I mean,
what's up?
Movies these days all suck, bro.
Yeah, they all remix. Nobody has anything original. I sound like an old man, but it's true,
dude. No, but really, man, I've been wanting to get into shit, but I just can't seem to get into it. Other than some TV shows on Netflix, like Cobra Kai, obviously, and shit like that.
Yeah,
I can get into that shit, but when it comes to movies these days, man, it's just not getting me.
Dude, that show that my wife watches it. What's it? Maybe the chat can help me out. It's a show about preachers. They run like a mega church. It's like a comedy, and I think Ben Hamin has a friend that he went to. He went to the Righteous Gemstones. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't actually.
Oh, it has like 5 seasons. Never even heard of it. And Ben Hamin's friends like on the show, or whatever. Like they went to they did, what do you call that? Improv together, whatever. And the guy plays JB and BJ, I'm sorry. And it's a really, really good show. Like Netflix is it. Like they have some good shows. Max, like HBO Max has some good shit. But other than that, yeah, it's like buy yourself like a 55-inch TV, sit right in front of it, buy some speakers, and screw going to the movies. It's not worth it anymore.
Hey, man, that's exactly what I've got, man. Good TV. I've got surround sound. I've got a lot of speakers, actually, dude, all over the place. But it's a bit of an obsession for some weird reason. But yeah,
you're obsessed with quality, high quality sound.
I am actually. I've got speakers all over the place, dude. No shit. Like,
I respect that. All right. Let me just give a quick shout out to the chat, ladies and gentlemen. We got Chris Winland, who's in the house, and he'll give you a big
yes, boy.
He says it's gonna be Easter, WrestleMania 420, all in one day. Damn, that's crazy.
That's awesome.
It's gonna be 420 on Jesus's on the day he rose.
Hey, man. I mean,
that's on you if you want to smoke. I'm not doing nothing that day. That's up to you. I'm not going to judge you, but you're going to be.
You're not supposed to do.
You're going to hell. What?
Now hold on a minute. The worst day to do all that shit on is Good Friday. You don't do it Good Friday.
But you can do it on the day he rose.
You can actually. Technically, you can. Why?
Well, what's the difference?
I mean, well, Good Friday, you You're not even allowed to play music, dude. That's when, he got, you know what I'm saying, dude.
Well, speaking of Friday, from where I come from, smoking that weed is what you call a sin.
Is it though? Is it really?
Do what you want. It's up to you. I
Well,
don't care. I don't
It's a
judge
sin in
anybody.
the country of Australia, that's for sure, as I was telling you off the air.
Well, in my neighborhood, it's a 20-twin. You know where that's from? That's from Friday.
I love all the Fridays, bro. The first one next Friday after next. It wasn't that good, but still.
Don't like
I
them.
don't
I
mind
just like the original one. That's it.
Next Friday was funny, but Friday after next, it went too far. But
What you
there's
got,
another one apparently in the works.
Oh, was it Thursday? No.
I have no idea, but I don't know what they're going to call it, but it's another Friday.
We got the master and ruler of the world. We have Zane Vicious, ladies and gentlemen. We have, let me see, we got Frank Spiegelbauer, the biggest ass in all of HNG, who is here. I can't breathe, folks. We have the artist who has finally returned. We have the dancer one, the handsome one, the slash one, Dan Heffron, who's here. And let me see, as I keep going down, Revamp Wrestling is here, ladies and gentlemen. And let me just scroll down. Okay, so that's like, as the vet would say, a Hall of Fame lineup right now. It's early in the morning. And speaking of Hall of Fame lineups, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to jump into the news. I had no segue. We're going to jump into some news. And like I always say, the news, my friends, is just a rumor. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into some pro wrestling news. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I don't like the music here on StreamYard is great, but it comes in too loud, too hot.
I know what you mean. It's true, man. Even when you try to fade out, it sounds a bit,
It's weird.
weird. And on top of that, speaking of loud,
Oh,
when you're hearing it, it might not sound as loud as you think, but then when you listen to the show after the fact, it comes across like it's louder than what you were hearing at the time.
that's why I love having a soundboard, bro.
I agree.
Much better, man. Much better. But anyway, what are you gonna do, brother? It's the best I can do with what I got.
That's all right,
All right.
man. It's all good.
You promise?
I promise, dude. Pinky swear.
All right. So let's jump into some news, ladies and gentlemen. Let me fade this out here. Oh, actually, let's let it play out a little bit here. Fuck it.
You're
All
cool, my man.
Let's see what we got here. Okay, so some of the rumors of the day. We says according to WrestleVotes, there is frustration within the WWE regarding SmackDown being 3 hours. There's apparently creative fatigue. Jimmy, your thoughts?
I agree. I can see why there would be creative fatigue, as a matter of fact, because SmackDown, for the most part, has been kind of flat. Not recently. Recently, it's been okay. I'll say that. But for the most part, it's been kind of flat, and I can see why there would be some sort of creative, plateau, if you know what I mean. So it is what it is. But then again, if you got two separate creative teams, what's the problem?
Well, we have no problem because cold XX blooded is XXX. He's here. He's here. Welcome. Well, yeah, he just got here, bro. You don't pay attention.
Good morning.
Creative fatigue, folks. Listen, I still believe, in all honesty, that 2 hours is the sweet spot. But I also be honest in that with WWE, with Monday Night Raw, like I like the 2.5 hour gimmick because not counting the commercials and stuff like that, it's about 2 hours. If you cut out the 15-minute, 30-minute promos, like we'll talk about this week, another 30-minute promo to open the show. 2 hours is good. 3 hours is too much, bro. It's too much. It has always been too much, Jimmy.
I agree. I mean, 100%. It works with PLEs. It just doesn't work with weekly shows. I mean, do you remember when Nitro went 3 hours back in the late 90s?
Yeah.
For a while?
I remember.
And there was an uproar back then, if you remember, about it going 3 hours, and it didn't last too long. So I'm just saying,
it was a big to do, as you would say.
Absolutely.
But here's some good news here. According to multiple sources, says that they're expected to go back to 2 hours after WrestleMania, apparently sometime in June. So that's your summer delight.
That's what Triple H actually said. He did come out and say that.
That's good. I'm happy. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for the people that have to review this shit. So God bless you all. And God bless me, because finally Monday Night Raw is coming back to our regular scheduled time next week. We're back in the United States. I think, what are they, Minnesota next week?
Minnesota. Yeah. Minnesota, exactly. Minnesota. Since they got a bit of a Canadian twang to him.
Minnesota.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'm actually happy for once too. Even though I'm not in the US, I'm just they were in Europe for a little too long, dude.
Yeah, a little bit. That's a long streak, dude. They've been
in
Europe.
Longest I can remember, dude. I don't remember any other long streak like
how
that.
long have they actually been in Europe? Let me see.
Was it this like the third week?
Was it the third week?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was, man.
Let me see. Damn, man. It's yeah. Oh, I don't know. It's about 3 weeks, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I tell you.
A month.
Why? Anyway.
Crazy.
3 weeks. The professor, Chalbelo Benakuru, says 3 weeks.
It's crazy, man. That professor.
PW Insider says that Drew McIntyre legitimately had to get something removed from his eye after a car spot with Damian Priest on SmackDown last week, but apparently it wasn't glass.
Real glass.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what it was that they had to take out of his eye, but that's just bullshit.
Hey, we got some good news here for TNA fans. TNA Plus had its subscriber count doubled in the past year, as per multiple sources. And there's some sources listed here, but I'm not going to give them any play. Thanks in large part to contributions from members of the marketing team that were just recently fired. So they grew, and they're like, "You're fired. Get out." Actually, I might have that soundbite here. Here it is. Yeah. Oh boy, so
awesome.
Wow, I haven't used that one. You know which one I haven't used in a really long time?
Which one is that?
Because we talk about the Mickey James thing. This one.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
So it's just anyway.
That's a long time since you played that.
That's a long one. But anyway, Jimmy. All right, I'm getting in better mood. I'm waking up now. I have my big jug of coffee here. Let's see. Kevin Knight. Oh, how do you feel about the whole TNA thing? The subscriber count going up.
Bravo to them. Good for them, dude. As a matter of fact. But with all the latest talk about Scott D'Amore possibly trying to, get on top of TNA, and apparently TNA could be selling, and the Gail Kim drama on top of that.
Right.
Is it going to last? We'll see. But I mean, they've been on a good streak so far, so why not? I'm happy for them, dude.
Yeah, good, man. I mean, hey. This is the company that never dies. By the way, remember last week my testicles went numb? Metal chair. I bought myself a nice pad. So
are they nice now? They're sitting on top of the chair, pretty good.
They're being
nestled. Fruits.
They're being nuzzled. I just made that up. Kevin Knight signed with AEW, but Insider says he had an invite for a tryout with the WWE Performance Center several weeks ago. Obviously, he made the choice to sign with AEW. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that he pretty much figured that he wasn't going to make it in the WWE. So he just took the money at AEW. I don't know. I didn't even know, dude. I heard you and Vet talking about Kevin Knight. I had no idea who the guy was. So can you elaborate? Is this guy any good?
Yeah,
you would have made it?
Well, the Vet's the best person for that. He's the one that really knows him better than I do. But just to cut a long story short, he's worked in Japan. He's worked all over the world. I said to the Vet, why are they making such a big deal over this guy? You know what I mean? On that wreckage. And
the wreckage.
I don't see why it is a big deal. Big deal. I mean, who is he compared to anyone else that's signed lately, say for WWE, for example?
I get the fact that the Vets, like, look, they can't just ignore, like, they put up the whole, it's all elite. I wonder what is AEW's roster count?
I heard somewhere around just under 200.
200? No.
Just like around the 150, 160, maybe 170 mark.
Let me see something. Hey Siri, how many wrestlers are signed with AEW? Let's see here. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
Say it again.
Hey Siri, how many wrestlers are signed with AEW? 121.
121. Well, it's gone down. It was
It
more
says
than that.
it says 98 men and 23 female wrestlers.
That's all right. I mean, that's a lot, but it's
Dude,
not bad.
100 people signed on one roster?
That's a lot. But how much has WWE got, for example?
Hey
Ask
Siri, how many wrestlers are signed with WWE?
Do you want me to use chat?
Of course, use ChatGPT, you freaking stupid robot person. Let's find out here. She's working with ChatGPT right now.
It must be
As of early 2025, WWE has approximately 140 performers under contract, a slight decrease from the 150 contracted performers in previous years.
Shit.
Additionally, WWE employs around 915 individuals in various roles, excluding wrestlers who are independent contractors.
Okay, so I'm assuming that this is not only counting SmackDown, Raw, but also Evolve, also NXT.
I assume so. But the Evolve wrestlers even signees?
Yeah, they're working under WWE contracts, aren't they? WWE owns Evolve. That's their double A, I guess you would say. What would you call that in Australia?
Yeah. Well, for us it'd be reserves, say.
Yeah, like you know when a team gets regulated?
Yeah, that's what I said. It'd be like a B. I wouldn't even call it B. It'd be like a C division.
Interesting.
Because to be fair, the B division would be NXT, right?
Technically, yes. Yeah, the B division
that would definitely be C.
Yeah, so it'd be a C division, like or like we would say here in the United States, like a double A or triple A. I'm sorry, double A or
the G League.
Or the G League, yes, in NBA.
Or D League, maybe at this point. But
all right, let's see here. It says Fightful notes that New Japan Pro Wrestling wanted to keep Knight when his deal expired in January, but he was already expected to find a deal in the States. AEW's money offer was simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone.
It's all about the money.
Isn't it always about the money?
Well, when it comes to wrestlers, definitely.
Okay. You know what pisses me off? I was looking forward to watching the Stephanie McMahon show.
Oh, I watched it. I watched the first one.
Well, here's the thing. You know, you have to subscribe to ESPN or Disney
Plus
or Hulu, right?
Right.
I have Hulu without the commercials, but I don't have like a Hulu. I'm not paying premium. I'm not paying for Disney. I'm never giving Disney another dime, even though I have Hulu. I'm not doing it. So what's going on here? Am I going to be able to see this thing anywhere, or that's it?
Do you have ESPN Plus?
No. Why?
Yeah,
Why would I?
You can't see it. You can't see it. I know. It's stupid, dude. But if you want, I can send it to you.
How are you going to send it to me, Jimmy?
It's easy. Well, via the internet. What's it called? What's that Wii thing called again?
The Wii remote? What are you talking about?
No. Where you send files. We transfer.
Oh, via Wii. Oh, you talking about like downloading it and sending it to me?
Yeah, easy.
Oh well, you know what's not easy? Ignoring the fact that Jerome is in the house. What's up, Jerome?
What's up, JJ?
I wish we could start the show a little later, folks. It's just, I got things to do and I got to go to work. So, you know what I want this morning?
What do you want, Ray?
I want pancakes.
I had pancakes 2 days ago in the morning.
I think I might make myself a couple of big old flapjacks. What do you think?
Absolutely. Now
that's what they used to call. They used to call Colin that in the glory hole, flapjack.
A flapjack.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's see. We have a couple of news stories here. So, for what it's worth, Triple H told BBC Newsbeat that Netflix has no creative control over the on-screen product with Raw, or has input on things like how long the show is and when it airs. Didn't he make that clear already?
Yeah. I didn't even
Yes.
think that Netflix was involved anyway when it comes to the creative side of things.
What the hell? That's not news. That's just stating the obvious. I think Triple
yeah.
H. Yeah. Anyway,
Nothing
whatever.
to speculate. Did you see about Swerve and the Booker
No.
T little feud?
No. What happened? Please tell me.
Oh.
It's not even here. Tell me.
Well, first of all, I don't know if you know this or not, but Swerve was on Vlad TV.
You know who was on?
believe
You know who wasn't on Vlad TV but Tier?
Who?
Oh yeah, it's a lovely Elizabeth. Yeah. What's up, Liz? Hey guys.
What's up?
Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, Swerve was on Vlad TV marking out like a little kid, pretty much.
What is a Vlad TV? What is that?
You don't know Vlad TV? Come on.
Mm-mm. Oh,
Anyway,
come on.
Vlad
No,
TV.
I don't know.
DJ Vlad. You don't remember DJ Vlad back in the day?
Bro, I don't know
No?
what Vlad TV is. I don't know what that is. Sorry. Is it
like the
popular?
artist says. Well, yeah, it is pretty popular. It used to be a lot more popular, I think. But like the artist said, Vlad TV equals instant street cred, or is it instant street rat these days?
Bro, I didn't know who I Show Speed was until he got thrown through a table.
Look, that I can understand because he's for the new kids, the new generation. But Vlad is from our generation.
Vlad
Ray,
TV.
so you should Vlad TV, bro.
All right, go ahead. I gotta look at this.
But like Revamp says, Vlad is a shill phony DJ. A lot of people call him like an FBI agent because he manages to get all the rappers. He basically what he does is interview rappers, right?
Yeah, I know this guy.
But now he interviews wrestlers too.
Why?
I have no idea. Must be a wrestling fan.
Oh yeah, Swerve Strickland. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, so what happened here with Swerve and Booker T?
Now he hasn't released all of it because you have to pay. You know what I mean to hear it early, all of it. But from what I've listened to, apparently he said something about Booker T. He said something negative about Booker T. Booker T got upset about it, and he called him out on his show. And he ran into him apparently over the weekend. Ran into Swerve and told him how he felt. Yeah.
Booker T is
Straight
no
up.
joke, bro. You know that,
joke,
right?
Man. I've met him, man. I love Book, man. I had a great experience with him.
No,
As a matter
I'm,
of fact,
I'm not saying that he's not a great. I think he's possibly a wonderful individual. I'm just saying, like, he is as real as they come.
oh, for real. And you know what it is too, man? A lot of people, I hate to say this, right? And they don't say it in those words, but people allude to Book like he's almost like an Uncle Tom. You know what I'm saying, dude? And he doesn't like, and he's a sure. Just a lot of like,
Booker
black
T?
wrestlers. Yeah, dude.
Bro, you're bugging.
Sort of. I don't think he is. I'm talking about what others think. I love Book. I'm Book all the way.
Let them say that to his face. I dare them.
Yeah, they wouldn't say it to his face. I guarantee you that. But a lot of people kind of allude to it without saying it in those words. You know what I mean? And he's a WWE shill and all that shit. Because he was one of the few people that felt that Hogan is not a racist, for example. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because of his dealings. And I understand where he's coming from, but yeah, apparently he saw Swerve and told him how he felt, man.
Yeah,
He goes, man, I paved the way for people like you and blah, blah, blah. You got to check it out, dude. Yeah.
He did. Well, this ain't Texas. He says that Swerve reached out to Vlad, not Vlad, the culture vulture, reaching out. Oh, culture vulture.
Yeah, a lot of people call him a culture vulture too, man.
Do you remember, who was that British idiot? This was years ago.
I know who you're talking about. He's been, you know what's funny about him? Fuck, what's his name? He's been the guy that interviews all the rappers too, right? You're talking about?
No, I'm talking about the guy that had a feud with our own Ben Hamin. He was calling him a culture vulture.
That fat guy.
I don't remember, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I don't remember his name, but
you're a culture vulture. Remember that way back in the day?
Yeah.
Where's he now?
But that was all a rib. That was all.
Oh,
yeah, that was all bullshit.
That was pretty funny, man.
But it was funny, absolutely.
Culture vulture. We used to play the what do you call it? The voicemails he used to leave live on air. It was pretty.
Yeah,
hilarious.
that was hilarious. They used to make me laugh, man.
That was it. You know what? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say the artist puts it perfect. What happened between Swerve and Book?
Yeah, click on it. Bring it. Can you have control?
I can't because I'm using a different computer.
Oh, the artist. What is it? The artist.
Yeah, the artist returns. The last comment. There we go. I can read it out. He says Swerve was bitching about the lack of minority mentorship while he was there. There is some validity to it, but most of it is basically overblown. And I agree.
Listen, I'm going to say something that may not be popular, but this whole bullshit with the whole minority shit, you know, enough Puerto Ricans, enough Mexicans, and enough black people have gotten over in WWE to, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I'm just so over this racial divide that we have in our minds. You know, this is all in our minds, folks. This stuff that the Democrats and the Republicans and the right and the left and the conservative, everybody sucks. Everybody's equally everybody's out for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, man.
It's just so I'm so hold on. Like I'm so over it. It's just ridiculous, man. I'm so bored.
But like Artist says, he says it's a black thing you wouldn't understand.
Oh God, give me a break. It's a Puerto Rican thing you wouldn't understand, or it's a white thing you wouldn't understand. It's a Chinese thing or a freaking Indian thing. Come on, folks. Come on. We're all the same, dude. Like we literally are all the same. If you look at cultures, right? Let's say minority,
not vultures.
Not
we're talking about cultures.
if you look at minority cultures,
right.
let's just say, right? You know, we all eat similar.
Minority.
Yeah, we all eat similar food. We all gather the same way. We all, you know, we're like Greeks and Italians and Spanish people, and like we're all the same. And then you look at blacks and you look at Latinos. If you go to a barbecue, could you not tell? You probably couldn't tell the difference who's who and what. We all eat the same fucking food. We all the only thing is different is probably the music playing. You know what I'm saying? And even then. So it's just, I'm just so exactly, Jerome. We all bleed the same color, and I'm so tired. I am so tired of this, man. I'm just over it, man. I'm over it with this politics and religion, and
it's ridiculous. But like Zane said, he said we just want to be over, Ray.
Well, you know who is over, who ain't over, depending on who you think. Fightful notes that the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega remain EVPs at AEW. The Bucks have just have limited presence at AEW shows since they've gone dating back to October. All right, so what is this? This is news? Okay, so the Young Bucks, they're not supposed to be EVPs anymore? What's going on?
I have no idea, but they've disappeared since last October, and they've been working Japan, last I know, and no one misses them. I don't.
I forgot about the Young Bucks until they mentioned it right here.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, who cares? But somebody I do care about, and somebody who I know Jimmy absolutely hates, but I love, Karrion Kross. And Jimmy said that he would kick Karrion Kross's ass. Clip this, guys. I'm kidding. Karrion Kross WWE contract is up this year, as per Fightful Select. You have to pay for this. Sources believe the deal ends sometime this summer. And say that Kross has impressed some in the WWE. I don't know why he hasn't impressed WWE officials with his ability to gain popularity via social media and within his TV time he's gotten. So, real quick, does anybody not pay attention to what this guy is possibly one of the best self-promoters I've ever seen? Let him do that on TV. That's it.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay anybody to write anything for him. You don't have to pay anybody to produce anything for him. Just let him do what he does on social media, and I guarantee you, like we always say here, you don't get over with moves, you get over with character. This dude would be one of the most popular fucking bad guys in wrestling. But you know, it's WWE. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I am worried about him though, Ray, because if this is his final year or whatever it is, with his contract coming up, I hope they re-sign him and give him a shot. As you said, let him do what he does on social media, because the guy is a lot better than people realize, man. But that's true too with what Revamped is saying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit. And Zane, stop capping, bro. I miss that Wayward Son song. He makes me laugh, which is the Elite song. It's for the Elite in AEW. But anyway, yeah, like, I mean, I just hope he gets that shot and let him sort of. I want them to give him his NXT run, his first initial run. That's when he was great, man. That was the old Killer Kross. You know what I mean? We haven't seen none of this, and even with this so-called devil's advocate, whatever you want to call it, character, we're not seeing enough of it yet.
Oh my God,
no.
that would
Hell no,
happen.
bro.
That would
Real
happen in
glass.
AEW. I'll read it out loud for those just not paying attention. But Chris Winland says, what is it? Chris Winland says, we need Karrion Kross to lay down for Jungle Boy. Real glass, yes, boy. Anyway, just stop it.
Real glass.
All right, so I hope WWE resigns Karrion Kross, Jim, and
I hope so too, man.
well, we'll see what happens. TNA officials have been impressed by WWE NXT's JC Jane. Okay. All right. Reptilian, as the vet calls her, reptilian Britt Baker. And by the way, speaking of vet,
I can see that part.
Speaking of the vet, Jamie Williams, ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to head over to twitch.tv /opinion haver. And I want you to go over there as soon as we're done with this show. And I want you to watch his show. And I want you to comment on the show and give him monies. So,
Actually, speaking of the vet, I just want to apologize because I was meant to play with him after the wreckage.
Ew,
Yeah,
what?
Not play with it. I'm talking about the Fatal Fury game.
All I can tell you, sir, is that he's gay.
But as I was downloading it, I fell asleep. So, Vet, if you're listening, sorry, man. I fell asleep, dude. Maybe tonight, though, if you're still playing it.
This is why he's here. The vet's always here.
Oh, I know he's here.
He is just angry at you.
Yeah, for sure.
Just I don't blame him. I'm on the vet side.
I don't blame him either.
Carrick. Okay, so yeah. So JC Jane, Reptilian, aka Reptilian Britt Baker, says that Jane's Fatal Influence team is scheduled to work the upcoming TNA pay-per-view. So good for her. That's where she belongs. TNA.
There he is.
He says, so it was not. It was not meant to be, folks.
It wasn't meant to be.
It was not meant to be. Pause. Jimmy, you are a freak. I agree.
Why? Why am I a freak?
Well, you're playing with balls.
Oh, well, I am playing with balls. It's true.
You've been rubbing those balls since we started.
It's blue tack, if you know what that is.
What is that?
When you want to stick a poster up, but you don't want to use, say, sticky tape or anything like that, you just use it's called blue. We call it blue tack.
What is that? Is that like silly putty?
Like it's blue tack.
I don't know what that is.
To stick shit up on the wall. What do you use to stick shit up on the wall, like posters and shit?
Tape.
Yeah, see, I'm not. Tape always fucks your shit up, though.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't.
I don't know what that is. I never heard of that stuff.
It's called blue tack. Look it up. You'll know what I'm talking about.
We'll
I don't know if they've got it in the States, but yeah.
Oh, maybe we'll get a new sponsor. Asked. Let me see. They were asked. People were asked if WWE is bringing another PLE to the UK this year, and Triple H replied, "Oh yeah, for sure." McCarthy said Triple A also mentioned India. Oh my God, they're gonna go to India probably to do one of these.
Yeah, they said that as a matter of fact.
What time would it be? Let me see. It's 10:30 a.m. now. Hey Siri, what time is it right now in India? Let me see what she says. It's 8:08 p.m. So that means if they do a show, it would start around 9 something in the morning here in the United States.
Actually, and which means it will start now from my time. 2 a.m.
Yeah. Oof. Well, that's okay for you, right? Aren't you up all night and stuff? No.
I mean, yes and no, but yeah. I mean, that would be. I don't mind those times for the show. Like Raw and SmackDown and shit was live at this time practically.
Okay. And let me see. And finally, we have SE. Oh, so I did want to talk about this as well. SE Scoops is claiming that AEW is averaging, around 500,000 viewers on Max streaming service for Dynamite. So
I don't believe that.
So this is what's happening. This is the alleged number here. So the 500 plus the 500,000 that are watching on a regular basis, apparently AEW Dynamite has been averaging over 1.1 million viewers a week. Jimmy, I think that's bullshit, but your thoughts?
Bullshit.
Are you sure?
It's just straight cap.
What is this with
just
the
bullshit.
cap? What's with the cap? Jimmy, aren't you over 30? Would you stop with the cap?
I'm over 40, Ray. God damn it.
Jesus Christ.
I know. That's what the kids say these days. You got to get in line with these kids, bro.
Go ahead, bro.
But yeah, I'll say it for what it is. It's straight up bullshit. I just don't believe that. You're telling me they're getting over 1 million people? Get out of here, man. No.
Yeah,
Don't
easily.
buy it. No,
You don't believe it? Why not?
Yeah, I don't buy it, man. I don't even think that. How many people? What's the numbers for Max overall in the US?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe you can look it up on your stupid Android phone.
I'm actually using my phone for the camera, and I don't like it because the color's a little bit off. But
No, you look good. You look sexy.
no, but but the color's just a little. There's a tinge of like yellow to it, if you know what I mean.
What is this Matt Schaffer? This podcast is bussin'? What is bussin'?
It's a good thing.
Podgers? I don't understand any of this shit.
That I have no idea. Are you calling us fat? Is that what you're saying, Matt?
Yeah, we're a bunch of pudgy podgers. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
We're a bunch of fat pigs. Screw you, Matt.
Nah.
Whoa, don't do that. That scared me. Yeah, I know what low key means. That's an old school gimmick. Anyway,
That's old school, bro. Come on.
all right, let's see what we got here. I think that might be it for pro wrestling news. We might be able to just jump into let me see, blah, 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 blah. Karrion Kross, Mark Merrow recalls getting WWE first guaranteed contract. Jimmy T is gay. No, that's about it,
What?
Jimmy. It looks like we're done. So let me just close this out, folks. And ladies and gentlemen, let me see. Oh, here you go. Elizabeth says, at the end of 2024, Max said it had 110 million global subscribers. Jimmy, your thought?
Is that really? I mean, it's a lot, but if that's global, I don't see somehow 500,000 viewers all tuning in for friggin' Dynamite.
I think it's going to be more like global force. No,
Force Wrestling. Where's Double J? Any great?
Do you remember when they got that giant baseball stadium and they had like 4 people there?
That was bad, dude.
That was so bad.
It's bad.
But you know what else is bad, ladies and gentlemen? It's time for Monday Night Raw. And before we jump into Monday Night Raw, I'm just going to throw this up, ladies and gentlemen, and I would like you to subscribe to channelattitude.com.
Ding dong. Hello?
Yes, that's right, infidels. You found us here, channelattitude.com, Hamin Media Group, where you get the most real talk, the best reviews of all your favorite wrestling shows from AEW and WWE, Impact, and more, because we're going to break it all down with the best staff in professional wrestling at HMG. So you don't need to go anywhere else, because there's no 5 stars here. There's only $5 face slaps, infidel. So sign up today, channelattitude.com, Hamin Media Group, and join the Hamin Army for the most real talk in professional wrestling. YOLO!
All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen, and it's time for Monday Night Raw. Don't forget to subscribe to channelattitude.com. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are here in London, England. Yeah, folks.
Yeah, but before we go to London, England, we got to thank Jerome and Revamp for the super stickers.
Ooh, where are they? Ooh, we got a $9.99. We'll round that up to $10 for Jerome, who's in the house. Thank you, my brother. And of course, for Mr. Revamped Wrestling in standard definition with $3 Canadian. Thank you, my friend. God bless you, and we appreciate you guys. Oh yeah. This I'm serious. I'm dead serious. It makes our day. We appreciate you guys. We thank you guys. And
What you gonna do?
when Revamp Wrestling and Jerome, who's in the house every single week, runs wild on you.
Absolutely. Thank you, boys. We love you, man.
Listen, this week, this week, guys, I'm gonna take some of that money, because we you know what we do is, just so you guys know, I just want to let you know, when you guys do donate to this, there are a lot of people here that do the podcast, that produce, that they spend a lot of time putting these shows together, just so we can not only do the stuff on Channel Attitude, but to go live. And it's just, it's a little something that we can spread out to the boys and here on the show to give them a little something, get a cup of coffee and stuff like that here and there. And it's just really appreciated. So just understand that when we act all shy, like, oh, because it's humbling that you guys support us so much, and not only just showing up here on a weekly basis, but when you do buy us that cup of coffee, or or for Colin, one of those things with the pussies on them, and anyway, but thank you guys. We love you, and we really freaking appreciate you. And this makes my week every week. That's why I love doing these shows. And
likewise,
Jimmy hates you guys. He comes off, he's like, I hate you. I hate these people. But I love you guys. So thank you so much. Condoms for, I don't need condoms. Trust me. I'm done. I'm done. When I'm done, when I finish, it's just like a puff of air.
Hey, relax. Man, now you're going too far.
It's just dust. Anyway, all right. So it's Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we are live in London, England, folks. And what the hell is going on with my Jimmy? This is bad.
What?
So my notes are acting all crazy. So I'm gonna have to close them out here, reopen them, and hope that they won't go crazy again. Let me see something here. Jimmy, can you say something while I do this?
Well, do you want me to start with Raw, or do I wait for you? But if that's the case, we do start Raw from London at the O2, with, of course, John Cena making his way to the ring.
Got it. I'm on. I'm back.
You're on? Okay, you can go for it then.
So basically, well, bro, I don't know what's going on here.
Well, I was saying Cena comes out first.
Yeah, Cena comes out first. So for some reason, my page is auto scrolling.
Okay, is there something on the keyboard?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so I know what happened during the show. So John Cena comes out, right, and Cody, bro. These guys went at each other, and they said a lot of stuff that we were all thinking. So I'm gonna let you get into some of what stuck out to you on this promo with John Cena and the chauffeur Cody Rhodes.
Well, first of all, they were shooting from the hip, but when I say that, it was a work shoot. But there was a lot of things that you did think of when it came to John Cena, and of course Cody Rhodes, especially what Cena said about Cody Rhodes. How about you be yourself? You know what I mean? Stop being fake.
You're too perfect.
I mean? Everyone knows, because it's true, man. Have we not been saying that Cody's just like the biggest fake? Like, his smile just comes across as just.
You've been saying that.
Fake.
I love Cody.
I've been saying that. I love Cody too, but the truth is, no, I do. I really do. But the truth is, he does come across as a bit of a poser, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like
I get it.
He's like the ultimate politician, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's always going around like being that politician, and it's all about himself. And you know what's funny? It also reminded me of the 8th Mile.
Explain.
This little thing. Well, think about it. Like, Cody was Eminem, he was B Rabbit, and Cena was what was the guy's name? Not the actor, but in the movie, The 8th Mile. Papa Doc.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Cena was Papa Doc, except he did better than Papa Doc did, obviously, because he's like, think of this. Think of 8th Mile when Eminem's like, yeah, I do live in a trailer park and blah blah. I am white and all that shit. It's exactly what Cody started the promo with. Yeah, I do have a lisp. You know what I mean? I do have a tattoo that should be on my arm, on my neck. All the usual shit that, I am Stardust.
In other words, he shat on himself before he could be shat on.
Basically, right. But then Cena came back pretty freaking good. That actually impressed me.
Jimmy, back out, because your video is like 30 seconds
delayed
behind. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll back out. I'm going to change cameras, man. Let me back out for a minute. I'll come straight back in.
All right, we'll come back and I'll talk about it a little more. So while Jimmy is backing out, so So yeah, so basically what Jimmy's saying is true. What he did is what he did. So what he did was he basically just shat on himself so that John Cena wouldn't have any type of let's just say firepower. But that didn't work because John Cena found plenty of firepower, plenty of shit to talk about. He spoke about how embarrassing it is that he's going to be facing basically gold dust. You know what I'm saying? At WrestleMania. Again, he called him out on being fake. He called him out on the fact that Cody Rhodes was basically his driver. You know what I'm saying? Driving him around, his chauffeur. They went back and forth, and I can't wait till Jimmy comes back because I want to hear what Jimmy thinks regarding the fact that I think also, John Cena, when John Cena wants to, he can destroy anybody on the microphone. But I think, in my humble opinion, Cody Rhodes held his own. What do you guys think in the chat? Do you think Cody Rhodes did a good job at holding his own on the microphone? I thought he did. Cold-blooded over here saying that he thought it was an excellent segment. What else we got here? We have This Ain't Texas says Cody Rhodes did the B-Rabbit. Yes, the B-Rabbit gimmick schnabitz here. And now Opinion Haver, which is our boy the vet, jumps in. He says, this wasn't great. This wasn't great because they broke the fourth wall for 10 minutes and ended up with a phony wrestling move. Interesting. So basically, Jamie, what you're saying is that, they should have just kept the real, no fake wrestling stuff at the end and just kind of just went off the air with like just dropping mics and just, I don't disagree with him. But this was a 30-minute segment to kick off the show. And I'm going to ask you guys in the chat, is there anything that stuck out during this segment that really kind of like hit you here? Because whether it was a phony wrestling segment or not, there was some, I thought it was a captivating TV in my humble opinion. But I want to know what you guys think. So let's move on here. Let me see if there's anything here. Yeah, we get the "You Sold Out" chants and Cody. So yeah, man. So then finally, basically towards the end of the segment, when the guys are going back and forth, you finally get Cody Rhodes, who lays John Cena out with the crossroads, and John Cena sells it like he literally got shot by a 12-gauge shotgun. And let me see what we got here in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. We got the artist return. It says Cody continues to show that he's not God's here with those guys. So what you're basically saying is that you feel that John Cena bodied him? You think that Cody Rhodes is not up to par with him when it comes to on the mic stuff? I thought Cody Rhodes did pretty well, to be honest with you. But the one thing that got John Cena, and I almost forgot to mention this, is the fact that, Cody was saying, yeah, you say this and that about me, but they've never said you can't wrestle. And I guess that's what John Cena, that one really got under John Cena's skin. And John Cena was able to get back in the ring and go at Cody Rhodes. And then again, getting hit with the crossroads, and he left John Cena laying. So we get a hype reel for Io Sky defending the WWE Women's Championship against Rhea Ripley tonight. New Day make their entrance, ladies and gentlemen. And back from commercial, we get Adam Pearce, who goes down to tell the New Day that they have to earn their tag team championship match if they were so to get one. Opinion Haver, the vet, jumps in and he says Cena went into sermonizing mode at times. Okay, all right. So like basically preaching. Was that what you're saying, vet? I don't disagree. So I'm like, all right, so who are these guys gonna face? Well, they get a returning Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne, the new Catch Republic. Now, I don't know if it's just me, and tell me if I was wrong, if I'm wrong or not, but I was like, no pop. Maybe it was just me. Maybe they were expecting somebody else, but maybe they were expecting the Hardy Boys or something like that. But yeah, we get Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne in what was a decent match between the boys. It was okay. It was a pretty good match. I mean, it was a standard tag team match that you were going to get in between these two guys. And the fact is that Tyler Bate looked good. Tyler Bate is one of those guys that when I look at him, and I've said this 1,000 times, and vet, I've said this 1,000 times when we did Next Level, when Tyler Bate was actually on NXT. I wish that guy was 6 feet tall, at least 6 feet tall, because I like Tyler Bate a lot. And I think the kid has tons of charisma and he's really strong. And I think he's a pretty good wrestler. But the fact of the matter is that you can't take your eyes off the fact that he's maybe 5'5". So it just takes something away from it for me, but that's just my thing. I don't know if you guys feel the same, but it is what it is. We do the whole wishbone finger breaking thing and stuff, and we get moves, and it's okay. It's a pretty decent match between the two boys, but towards the end of the match, we get Kofi Kingston. So obviously the referee gets distracted. Kofi Kingston, while I think Tyler Bates on the top rope, Pete Dunne's on the top rope, one of the two guys, and Kofi Kingston does some dirty gimmick schnabitz, and he pulls Tyler Bate down, and they were able to get him out of the ring and get him out of the way, and they were able to hit their finisher for the win, which is called the Daybreak, which I got to be honest with you. There's a pretty good finisher. I know they've used it before, but I kind of dig the New Day's new finisher. And Jamie says, if he was 6 feet, he'd even be more plain. Well, I disagree. I think he'd be over. Let me see. Matt Schaffer says the problem with WWE is without house shows. Oh, there's something. These guys are chatting here. Anyway, so yeah, man. Again, solid match between the two. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods go over, and did they earn their title match? Where they go down the aisle, they're interviewed by what's her name, and they demand a tag team title match and enter the War Raiders. They kind of do the whole face-to-face thing, and I'm so, not that I feel bad for the War Raiders. Coffee break, stand by. But those are two big talented guys, and it just feels like no matter what they do, they never get they can never get over. Like even with their song, right? I've said this a couple of times. You know, everybody likes to sing along in WWE, but for the War Raiders, it's like when the song hits, everybody's supposed to be like war, war, war. When nothing, you get nothing. Nothing. I think Jimmy forgot. He's not coming back, folks. So I'm going to run through this by myself. It's all good. Let me see. Is Jimmy coming back? I have no idea, Vet. I have no idea if Jimmy's coming back. But what I can do is I'm going to let me see. I'll send the invite as I do here. I'm going to copy this invite. I'll send it to the Vet. And I have no idea if Jimmy's coming back. And if you want to jump in, Vet, that'll be cool. And if not, you know, it's all good. But I just sent the invite to Jamie the Vet Williams. Let me see. Where is it? And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm not going to be taking long because I got to run to work. So the Vet has been sent. Maybe the Vet jumps in. Maybe he doesn't. We'll see what happens. But anyway, neither here nor there. Let me see. We get some commentary hyping up the Evolve show. Anybody watching Evolve, by the way? I haven't watched not one damn episode of Evolve, but it is what it is. We get Jimmy Uso giving Jay a pep talk backstage, and of course, once again, let me tell you something. My internet in this house, in mommy's house, is the absolute fucking worst. Like the what do you call it? The Schnabitz here keeps shutting down. I have to keep revamping the freaking page and waiting until it scrolls and coming back. It's the worst. I got to get back home. It's just really tough for me. Anyway, so let me see what we got here. So so we get Jay Uso says he'd feel better if his brother was out there with him, but his brother's like, no, I don't need you. So they shake hands, and before they leave, Jay pulls Jimmy close and he goes, "Be careful." Okay. Well, so anyway, so that happens. We have Gunther versus Big Jim Uso. Is that what they call him? Not Big Jim, like Jim Duggan. Anyway, and I'm going to tell you why I didn't like this match. It had nothing to do with Uso. It definitely didn't have anything to do with Gunther. I think Jimmy Uso got a lot of. It's on your Twitter, Jamie. I just sent it right now. It's on. Oh wait, let me try it again because the internet sucks. All right, it's sent there. It's on your Twitter messenger. I just sent the link now, Vet. So anyway, I didn't like this, and if Vet jumps in, I would love to hear his thought process regarding this. So I'm going to try to vamp for like a few seconds here, and that's about it. Okay, so the reason why I didn't like this match had, again, nothing to do with the boys in the match, but it had to do with the way the match was booked. I thought Jimmy Uso got way too much. I think this match should have been Gunther coming in and just not no selling, but like basically like just destroying. And yet Jimmy Uso did get destroyed after the match, but I'm saying during the match, I think Gunther should have dominated, like absolutely dominated. And as we speak, ladies and gentlemen, we got my buddy Jamie the Vet Williams. What's going on, brother? How are you, bro?
Man, that that link had a stamp on it. That's how slow it was coming from your mom's house.
Bro, this internet is the worst. She has a hamster running on a wheel, basically powering this. It's been dead. Now, you know, it is what it is. So what I was saying, Vet, was I didn't like this match with Jimmy Uso and Gunther because I thought that it should have been just absolute domination, not just post-match, but like I love what happened post-match. And for those that didn't know, basically Gunther ends up splitting Jimmy Uso wide open, tying Jey Uso up with the freaking gimmick to like what do you call those things? Rip ties or whatever the hell they called, to the ropes, so he couldn't help his brother. And he's choking him out, and he's putting him to sleep, and he's bleeding and stuff. But during the match, am I wrong by saying that Jimmy should have gotten absolutely nothing?
Actually, that's the least important part of all this. Let's start from the beginning. Number one, the concept. You are ripping off Rocky 3 with the previous promos that they've done for this match with Jimmy and Jay, and now you're doing Rocky 4, right?
Yeah.
So that's corny as hell. Then,
don't disagree.
The match happens, all right, but then the aftermath of the match, like, first of all, if you were trying to prove a point to Jay, why did you let the match end with the sleeper? You know, what's the drama in that? Now you just have a typical wrestling, the match is over and the heel just continues to attack, or the babyface gets one over and the heel continues to the heat back, you know? That's done every single damn near wrestling segment on any wrestling television. So it's not unique. If you had something where, you know, he refuses to beat Jimmy and then the referee steps in, like Michael Cole was telling him to do, or something like that to make it different, then that's one thing. But they didn't do that. Everything they did, every choice they made was the worst, most boring possible choice. And everything from, we had another situation, it reminded me a lot of the Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins, where everybody, all they can do is run out and hold their hands up and say, no, please don't do it. Yeah. And you have all these people, nobody doing anything. So I guess it's not that serious, you know? And so the guy's bleeding all over the place and everybody's just like, you know? And then you got the announcers who are all disgusted. Why don't you run in and do something? I mean, all three of you gotten in the ring. Michael Cole's undefeated at WrestleMania. If you're so disgusted, why don't you get up and do something? Why don't Pat McAfee, who went toe-to-toe with Adam Cole, go do something? Why don't Wade Barrett, who's a bare-knuckle boxer, go do something if you don't like it, right? You know, and for Walter, it's like, no offense to Walt, I'm sure he's just doing what he's told, because I know he knows better, and he probably is just like, whatever. Right. I know he knows better, but I mean, I'm just speaking like in terms of the creative. You want to get some heat? Why don't you grab Jason Jordan by the neck? If he's just going to stand there and do nothing, why don't you grab him by the neck and try to get some heat that way?
Nothing.
Yeah. You got these, you know, fat hurricane running out with his perfectly manicured hair and beard. You got, Petey Williams looking like a fucking Pidgeotto with his haircut. This whole thing is a joke. It's a joke. The zip ties, nobody has anything for the zip ties. They just watch him just sit there. Everything about it was just, I know what they wanted to do, but it was just so lame and corny to me.
Yeah, not really good. And again,
on top of all of that, What have I always been saying about Walter? He's not the kind of guy that does this stuff. He's the guy who's like, this is a job. I'm an athlete. I get paid for being in the ring. The ring is sacred. This is what I do. Instead, we've had weeks and weeks and weeks of him out here acting like a common wrestler, a common thug, fighting guys backstage, jumping them after matches, doing all kinds of stuff that a guy like him would never do because he would think it's like beneath him to get his hands dirty if he's not getting paid to do it. You have him doing all that and then this. Now, if you had him do this after never doing it, wouldn't that mean a lot more? Wouldn't that be a lot more, wow, he never does this? But he does do this.
Like a week before WrestleMania, like the week before WrestleMania, that he finally snaps and does this. I agree with you. And credit to Michael Cole, because he did call that out as well in the commentary. He straight up said, like, he talks about the mat, the mat being sacred. So everything that you said, Michael Cole actually called it out. So I guess kudos to him. No?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, what the hell? But yeah, man, this was like a weird, long, drawn out segment where again they gave Jey Uso or Jimmy Uso, whichever one, I don't even know anymore, way too much during this match, and it should have been just domination. Just this would happen after the match didn't need to happen because it could have happened in the ring. Just power bomb after power bomb after power bomb after power bomb. Done. You didn't need all this blood and shit. You could have did this like Vet was saying next week. Or when the hell when is WrestleMania? In 2 weeks?
Couple weeks, almost 3 weeks, whatever.
They're gonna do this again next week. Like, what's going on?
They fast forwarded this. They shotgun this whole thing because they started with Jey winning the Rumble and then they went right into him choosing. You could have had him delay his choice up until almost now. You could have had him in. You could have interwoven Jey with the stuff that Cody is doing and the stuff that like Cena is doing. And now Cena is like, obviously, if you want to do the turn with Cena, then he's going to want to go with Cody, and that could be like a thing of like, now you could have Jey and Cena saying like, well, Jey saying, well, why don't I fight Cody? And Cena being like, who are you to tell me anything, yeet boy? Or, you could have had more TV and more like guessing games and stuff up in the air until the big event. But instead you made your choice and now you had like 3 months. You didn't know what to do. The whole time it was clear you didn't know what to do.
It's clear. And I haven't, just for the record, folks, I haven't gotten any text messages or anything from Jimmy. So I hope he's okay. Because, maybe an earthquake. I don't know. I don't know, mudslide. God only knows. So God bless Jimmy. Usually he would text me, so I'm wondering if he's okay. So anyway, okay. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to this match between Braun Breaker, Penta versus the Judgment Day. And I'm not going to break down this whole match because it is what I thought it would be, if that makes any sense, Vet. Where, the bad guys go over. There's interference. You get the coup de grace. Finn Balor pinning Penta. But the thing is that during this match, surprise, surprise, one tag team partner in Braun Breaker. Oh, who's this? Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this guy? One tag team partner in Braun Breaker hits Penta with a spear, Vet. Were you shocked that this happened? Were you shocked? Holy shit. And Braun Breaker Penta had to know that this was on purpose, right?
Yeah, it's just one of those things that sometimes strange bedfellows make for strange sex. I don't know. I don't know
listen,
what the analogy I was going for there.
I mean, backstage, and we'll fast forward through what other things that happened, but let's just jump right to it because backstage, you got Penta going at freaking at Braun Breaker like, you a stupido. I'm going to punch you in the face. I'm going to fight you in WrestleMania. And it's like, what? Like, dude, like, how many times does this shit happen when you have two guys that are fighting for the title, being tag teamed, okay, putting a tag team match, and then guess what? One of the guys hits the other guy with a super kick or some bullshit like that. It's very wrestling.
It's the laziest thing that there is in the world.
It was very, and Jimmy, are you there, Jimmy? I see you.
I'm here, but I probably sound like shit. Do I sound like shit, by the way?
You don't sound like shit.
It was all right.
Yeah, you sound fine.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, You're right there, Jimmy. What happened? We thought you got hit by a
Nah,
mudslide.
I'm pissed because my internet just cut out for whatever reason, and it took a bit to get it back working. That's why I'm pissed. But
Well,
and now I'm
don't be,
using my other computer instead.
you're fine. Don't be pissed. I
No,
think
All
we
right,
have
before we
just-
go to Jimmy, I just want to give my because I don't the you know the setup for all this and the match and is whatever. Nobody, I don't, whatever. But I'll tell you what I liked. My a la carte of this thing.
Oh, we get it a la carte.
Penta looks cool.
He does look
But he's
cool.
got that jacket. I like his white jacket.
You like his walk?
Yes, I do.
And who do you get that from?
I don't know who he got it from, but
Come on.
what are you gonna say?
The chairman of the board?
Oh,
you think
yeah, La Paca.
Come on.
it is a little
He did.
different. It
A
is
little
it is
different.
different enough. It's legally distinct.
But whenever I see him do that, I think of La Parca. WCW La Parca.
Well, but La Parca was a little more dainty though with it.
He's kind of dainty.
He's doing like a step over step kind of like,
And he played
it's almost
the
like
guitar
almost,
too.
it's even more Scott Hall I think than La Parca, honestly.
He's just so fucking
It's like
cool.
a little bit of both. But yeah, and the jacket was hot. Yeah, that's the whole thing when somebody, this is the beauty of pro wrestling at its essence, right? It doesn't matter how rotten you are. If you are that cool, it makes up for a shit ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Because Penta, for all the years he's been doing this, is kind of not good at it. But he looks awesome.
He does
So
look awesome.
I just want to see him. I want to see him. I want to look at the merch spread and be like, should I? That's what I want. And that's what wrestling's all about. It's all about grifting people out of their money.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why they call the fans marks.
Exactly.
Do your research, folks.
I give Penta a nice pat on the back, leaving a chalk mark.
Well, really quickly, I'm going to run through this. Chad Gable goes to Adam Pearce, and apparently next week they're in Minnesota, and that's Chad Gable's that's his hometown. But Chad Gable has another doctor's note, and he's like, "Oh, but I'm going to be better by next week." And no. Adam Pearce says, "No, it's not going to happen. You'll still probably be sick. COVID takes at least 2 weeks to get over. So no, you can't wrestle next week. But I will give El Grande Americano a match." Now, I thought, boys, and I'll go to Jimmy first. I thought they were going to have. I thought Adam Pearce was going to say, "I'll give you a match against Grande Americano." Didn't you think that was going to happen? And then Chad Gable's like, "Oh shit!" And would it be funny if they did have that match next week, right, with Grande Americano and Chad Gable, and it's totally not a guy that looks like, it's like a guy that's like a foot taller, a fat guy, maybe in a Grande Americano mask. You know what I'm saying? They could have played that out. I thought it would have been fun.
Yeah,
But
it's
what
the
do you-
Donkey Kong Creed brother.
Yes. Put him in a freaking mask. Yes. Put him in the Grande Americano mask for next week. And technically, it is Chad Gable versus Grande Americano, but I don't think WWE thinks out of the box. Your thoughts, Jimmy?
I agree. That would have been good if they did do that. And I thought for a minute they were going to do that, but obviously they're not. And plus, Minnesota, isn't that technically Chad Gable's hometown? So,
Yeah.
it makes sense why they did that and why he didn't wrestle as Grande Americano in London because, they're trying to, obviously find him out. Everyone knows it's him, obviously, in WWE.
Who?
But shouldn't they sort of say, did he sign a separate contract? Make more, because then it's obvious that they know that it's him, if you know what I mean by that.
Yeah,
They should have gone out of their way to, sign Grande Americano as a separate talent. But they didn't do any of that.
Well, Vet, my question to you is that once Adam Pearce finds out that it is in fact 100% Chad Gable, does he have to give back that money? Does WWE sue Chad Gable for double dipping, getting 2 checks?
I was gonna say
That's funny.
As funny and entertaining as this all is, I also think about how okay, so in these situations where somebody just shows up as a masked wrestler, whether it's Midnight Rider, Mr. America, whatever, do you just let this guy get booked not knowing who he is? Of course you know who he is.
Oh, of
right?
course.
So that's what's kind of silly about this whole thing. So I wish when they did that, they would go a little bit. If Adam Pearce is so like, if he's so sure that Chad Gable is Grande Americano, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he knew that when he booked Grande Americano the previous week.
Yeah.
And was he just like, and there's no mention of it. Like, we just go along with it. And not only that, we have this beautiful old style Mexican promo for you.
That was cool. Come on.
We not only are we going along with your bullshit, we had the people in production put together something for you. So it would be great if they're going to do stuff like that. Again, I love realism. So it's not that you can't do this stuff, but you have to do it in a way that lets you know that Adam Pearce is not a fucking moron and that he's involved in it somehow. Like he's playing along with it on purpose, right? You have to explain why the mass wrestler gets booked. But other than that, it's still pretty funny.
Oh, and I forgot to mention two very important things that I skipped over. There was a backstage segment with the Judgment Day where we're going to have, what's his name, Finn Balor demand an Intercontinental Championship match because he won the tag team match, and then Liv Morgan is creating controversy backstage. She's like, well, wait a second, Dominic, you did just as much as he did. I'm going to talk to Adam Pearce too, so maybe you get an Intercontinental Championship match. So that's interesting moving forward. And then Miss No Pop, Lyra Valkyria, is going to fight.
Hey, wait a minute.
Over the hill, Bailey.
Hold on. Now that I'm here, okay. Now that I'm here, I'm going to confront you about this.
Oh no.
Okay. You've come on here for several weeks saying Lyra Valkyria gets no reaction.
No reaction.
I'm here to tell you, bro, don't lie to these people.
Mm-hmm.
She gets a very small reaction. She does not get no reaction.
Well, they do.
The people are doing the woo thing
but
half-heartedly, though it may be, but they are, a good percentage of people are doing it. Don't lie and say they're not. Don't be like these other podcasters that just lie to the people. Just tell the truth. It's not as big as it should be, and it's not as big as they want it to be.
That's what she said.
But it's not, but it's not no reaction. What you saw with Tyler Bate was no reaction. That is no reaction.
No reaction.
And he is actually from that country.
Yeah. That's
okay. So let's make the distinction of, and they tried to push him a little bit.
Yeah.
Lyra's still kind of new. So they didn't even, not even the welcome back, not even the, they did sing the Tyler Bate bullshit, but that's after they got over their disappointment and tried to go with it. Right. All right. So I just wanted to say that I just wanted to defend Lyra because, damn well back when she was in NXT, you were like, man, I like her. She's got something. And now you're just completely shitting on her.
But I also said that she lost something even before she came into WWE's main
They are failing her. You can see that, right?
Well, Sonic
they just take her off TV for they give her a belt and take her off TV.
Well, Sonic the Hedge
What
Rat,
are they doing?
Sonic the Hedge Rat never fails us.
No, never.
He's always here, and he's making all these weird claims about Gable being in a mask, and I don't know what you're talking about, brother. Two different people, different timelines. What are you talking about? So yeah, man. So we finish up with that. We get Rhea, Ripley, and Io Sky getting ready for their match. Backstage, we get Penta, and I already spoke about that. We get AJ Styles. And we'll just quickly break down possibly the most boring and worst segment of the night, where Logan Paul, for some reason, speaks in this weird voice now, this weird cadence, where for some reason he's talking like this. And I've never heard him talk that. I mean, he started doing that about a couple of weeks ago. I don't know what kind of character this is, but they cut a promo back and forth and basically... and by the way, whatever B12 this kid is taking is working. Because my God, it looked like he was smuggling bowling balls in his armpits. This guy looked jacked as fuck. And I'm talking about the one and the only Logan Paul. Jimmy T, I know you are a huge fan of Logan Paul and you have his poster in your wall. Jimmy, what did you think of this promo segment? Because they are going to WrestleMania. Logan Paul did end up hitting AJ Styles with his crazy flippity-doo-dah finisher. Your thoughts on this long-ass segment that didn't really have much substance, in my humble opinion?
I should have liked this segment, right? But you know what? You're right. It was a whole bunch of nothing, really. It almost felt like I know you are, but what am I type
Yeah.
of deal. You know what I mean? But in saying that, Logan Paul, not only you said about his cadence with the way he's talking, but look at the way he looked too. I mean, he looked like he just woke up. He just looked disheveled. I don't know if he's done that look on purpose or he literally
Probably.
was partying all night the night before.
Too cool.
But man,
Too
he just
cool for a
looked kind of
bath.
disheveled. Sorry.
Too cool for a bath. Vet, I mean, what did you think, Vet? I know that you are a huge fan of Logan Paul. What did you think of this segment? And am I just talking out my ass when I say that his cadence, he has like a weird cadence to his promo cutting now that he didn't have when he first started?
He might. I don't know. I kind of, I don't know if I was putting on socks or whatever, but this whole thing was just kind of white noise from white boys to me.
It really was that.
Well, the pulverizer is over apparently, and let me see. We get a recap of. Let me see. Bailey, yes. Lara Valkyria, okay. Okay. So now we have the main event of the evening, folks. It is the world title match between Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. And I'm going to go with Vet first and then Jimmy. This match was sloppy, in my humble opinion. There were tons of miscommunications between the girls. There were weird spots. This looked just weird. And I don't know if she was actually gassed or if she was, I don't know what the hell was going on with Bianca Belair, but she did a weird job at selling her job as a referee. I don't know what the fuck. It was just weird. This was it was weird. That's how weird it was. It was Snow White. It was Dominican girl playing Snow White weird. Vet, let me ask you something. The match goes off the air with a double disqualification because obviously Rhea Ripley hits the referee by mistake, and then Bianca Belair, is selling outside and decides not to count. But finally, when she gets in the ring, it's too late. 1, 2, kick out Io Sky. Then Io Sky, surprise, surprise, ends up hitting Bianca Belair, and Bianca Belair is like, I am done with this shit. She pulls her best Earl Hebner, throws her arms up in the air, calls for the bell, and we end the night with a fucking double disqualification. Nobody wins. It's this gimmick.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Vet, your thoughts on this epic main event as we're getting ready to sign out here.
Yeah, well, we didn't exactly close with a double count out because after that, or double DQ, because after that, Rhea just beat them both up.
Double DQ. I apologize. Double DQ. Yes.
Yeah. She just beat them both up. So I mean, if you were strong enough to just beat up two people the whole time, why didn't you just win the match? That's what I always say. Like if after 20 minutes you have all the strength in the world to beat up not one but two people, why couldn't you beat up the one person that you were beating up? Little psychology lesson for you guys. But the finish itself, I like the idea of them both getting DQ'd because of the special ref. That idea in itself is good, but the way they did it, not the best. You're right about the match, not the best. I don't know why Rhea's in the doghouse. She clearly is. She's done something. So?
Interesting. Go ahead.
She's done something.
Is it the fact that she's always doing videos with Buddy Murphy?
That couldn't help, but they should also, be mostly over stuff like that by now. I haven't seen the videos, so maybe stuff she's doing is pissing her off. What pisses me off is she's going to wear that, even like a bull, like a strong bull would look at that ring in her nose and be like, dial it back a bit. Because if I was Io Sky, the first thing I would have done is gone right for that schnoz and try to rip it out.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so it just overall it just wasn't the greatest. But I guess, did everybody get what they wanted? Was Rhea even the most over person in the match? Because I think she was on the boo part of the boo yay spot.
Yeah, it's weird, man. It's just weird.
They like Io because they just like Io. Oh, and speaking of liking Io, me, Japanese man.
Japanese man.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, we have the Ayatollah of rock and roller, He weighs in at 900. I'm sorry. He weighs in at 911 pounds. He stands at 9 feet 11 tall. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ayatollah bin Hamin.
Yalla. What's good, infidels?
What's up, brother?
Oh, shit. Just finished up Master Shoot Theater. Saw you guys
Why?
are on. Why? Because that's what I get paid to do.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Making sure. So Ben, I was just about to go to Jimmy, but before we do that, we were talking about this whole Rhea Ripley thing. I don't know if you got a chance to watch Monday Night Raw. You probably did.
I did, yeah.
How did you feel about the double disqualification towards the end of the match? The match itself and the build towards this obvious three-way going into WrestleMania.
Yeah, I don't think you should end a show on a double DQ. Like, you want to have a definitive cliffhanger, and now those girls went and took all those bumps and didn't have a payoff that really made sense. So we just pulled time to like, we got to fill this week, but we're going to mix them in. And this is the next step up the ladder, but we'll just end in a finish where she powders out and says, F you, as opposed to telling the story of somebody's cheating, pull them off, and then multiple times until they knock her out as the ref and have had enough. And you really have to DQ just inadvertent bumps and I'm done with this. It just kind of left it lackluster. The other part of that is the old trope of you don't touch the belt if you're going to win it. And to me, when you're standing over the other two with the belt held high, well, you just gave that visual away. So to me, that means Rhea isn't going to win at Mania. And also the same thing kind of with Cody getting his finisher on Cena. Shouldn't hit it. And then Cena either as a rib or something because of creative and why they want.
He sold the shit out of it.
He just laid there dead. We just saw Cena versus Owens hit 5 of them and kick out. And now Cena's going to dead sell on one. Something doesn't sit right with me there, whether it's like The Rock forced this storyline. Guys aren't happy with it backstage. Fine. I'll let him hit me with one, but I'm selling it. I'm out. And then you lay there and now the fans are going, because what happens in the match when he hits 3 and kicks out? Well, 2 weeks ago, 1 was enough to lay you out for 4 minutes cold. So a lot of these choices at the end stooge off of where we're going. Or if they're doing these choices, why? Why physicality between them when we need to save that for the payoff? If that's going to be the finish with Cody up, will we give that away? And why the beauty shot with Rhea standing there holding the title if that's what we're waiting for her to reclaim it that way? It just did not make sense. And go ahead, please.
One thing right there. As it stands, I mean, you said there's no cliffhanger there. I mean, there absolutely is a cliffhanger because as it stands, Rhea's not in the fucking match. She's out now. So, as far as we know, right? So,
they're doing it to get her in next week. Something will happen.
Right.
Exactly.
She's so mad. Oh, okay. Now you're in the match.
That's what, that's what I was going to ask you. Is this just a function of the marks getting ahead of themselves about all this insider about what the supposed creative plans for WrestleMania are, and now they've got to work around their own leaked bullshit for the people that are out here on the internet causing like all this, this discourse. So they're saying, oh, it's gotta be a triple threat. Oh, we can't have 2 triple threats. And all the stuff that the noise that's out there.
Yeah.
So now they have to like rework around that. Like, oh, they know we're doing a triple threat. Well, let's pad it out for 1 more week or whatever. Like,
it's just a little bit. Well, we've got this, so let's extend it, but we still haven't quantified where we're going. But if Rhea is that big of a draw, to not have her figured in 3 weeks beforehand, Rhea's a bigger draw than both the other girls in that match. So they're just waiting to where she comes back next week mad, and now she's in the match.
Bro, hold on, real quick. I've been saying over and over again. I think they're gonna put Io Sky. She's gonna win that match at WrestleMania. Number 1, number 2.
Fine, but who cares?
But number 2, you know what I care about? I care about this 99 cents Canadian super sticker, this $1 super sticker by our boy Revamp Wrestling. That's is
like 62 cents Canadian.
Goddamn right it is, folks. But Ben, I just wanted to hear Jimmy's sitting in the corner seething really quickly. Jimmy, just your quick thoughts. Oh, whatever. Just I want to get you in.
Nah, look, I just find this whole thing stupid. Just so we get into a three-way dance at Mania. Weren't they already planting the seeds for that before this match anyway? So what was the point of doing this just to go back to what they were building to? Do you know what I mean?
And if you want EO to go over at Mania, to do it 6 weeks beforehand and take the belt off Rhea is not the way to get EO over. You have her go over at Mania and get made there. So none of the road in this makes any sense except for, does Rhea have to come in? You know, like it was there a reason why Terror Twins were split up after that, and it just seems like she's been on the backside of the mountain. It doesn't seem like this is plan to get everybody.
Both fucked. Priest and Rhea are both fucked.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, Damian Priest, I don't think he's earned his way out of it. I mean, the most memorable thing about him being a champion was that he forgot to kick out once.
Oh,
yeah.
Remember that?
Well, I think that's an excellent way. So let's wrap this all up. I'll go to Jimmy, then Vet, then Ben. Jimmy, moving forward, Jimmy, we're 2 weeks out of WrestleMania. My final question to you is, and I'm going to ask the same to the Vet and Ben, what would you guys do? Because we've already gone over the fact that Gunther, what else can Gunther do now? What else can go on between Rhea Ripley? What else can happen? Will John Cena and fucking Cody Rhodes have yet another conversation in the ring? What are you doing different next week, moving closer to WrestleMania? And we'll sign off.
You know, I just want to say one thing about the Gunther thing. I'm glad you brought that up because I didn't get the chance to say it before. But something tells me, and you guys are probably going to think no chance, but I don't know why I feel this way. But could Jimmy turn on Jay after what happened to him tonight or last night on Raw at Mania and cause Gunther to retain his championship because of what we saw on Raw? He was never there for his brother properly. You know how Jimmy is. He complains about shit like this.
I don't think so.
I know. I doubt it too. But I'm just trying to think outside the box. Could it be possible that we might get something like that?
No, I don't think that's possible. And your microphone is clicking, clacking a little bit there, my friend.
Yeah, I was saying it before, man.
That's what she said. But Vet, what do you think of what do you think? The question I asked was, what do you do different next week?
Well, I think after this rampant display of violence, courtesy of Rocky IV, I mean, Walter's got to be suspended until WrestleMania, so we don't see him, so you don't have to deal with him, because you clearly don't know how to book him when he's there, so let's just take him off TV so you don't have to worry about it. And then let Jay take his frustrations out on some other fodder on the way there, as far as that goes. But, I mean, they've made such a mess of things, I don't know how to clean it up, to be honest. So maybe Ben has an idea.
Ben, and by the way, Ben, I want you to also tell us how we can buy weed after you're done.
Yeah, well, that's where for WrestleMania, my weekend will be pointed at the Ravens joint sign because it's 419, 420 weekend. So that's the real main event for me, is serving up the best cannabis in New York State. In Clay, New York, Route 31, Ravens Joint, ravensjoint.com. So be a good time for us there, having the shows on and serving the community. The best in cannabis, edibles, smokables, vapables, and drinkables. But yeah, man, is there a way to fix it? I don't know. Cena isn't on any shows until Mania. Thought they did a good job laying out the opener, but Gunther stuff, I like the violence. I like laying Jay out, but we leave more on the table. After he had Jay down and Jimmy in handcuff or whatever, out should have come Sami Zayn. No, not American Boys. Sami Zayn should have come out to because he beat Gunther. If you're trying to wrap everything in the loop and he's down with them, and even 3-4 weeks ago when they had Gunther go 50-50 with an NXT kid half his size, huge mistakes that they make along the way here. To take the belt off of Rhea, only to do these beauty shots, and she may not be figured back in. Well, that doesn't get EO over. So there is no way to backtrack and go, this was the right psychological build. These builds have been done throughout time and are tried and tested. And that's the reason why you do them that way. Not because, I want to take creative liberty and fucking try this out. Well, what you're going to find out is we got nobody over. We didn't tell the best story. The fucking knight didn't slay the dragon. And the dragon easily killed the knight and no one gave a fuck. So these are the roads.
Knight slayed the dragon in Act 2.
Yeah, exactly, right? Not the end. The dragon just he's dead. Okay.
He was sleeping.
So,
He's sleeping,
yeah.
and the knight snuck in and stabbed him in the neck. And
Yeah, right. He's laid out for all of Act 3. Nothing happens.
Well, listen. Speaking about dragon,
and the fucking guy who's the baby face is wearing a suit, and the guy who's the heel is dressed like every man in t-shirt and jorts. None of the conventions of who anybody is supposed to be lines up. But Sexy Red is a CIA op. All this is getting sold to the Saudis, and no one gives a fuck because they already cashed the Netflix $5 billion check. And that's WrestleMania 41.
On that note, like I said, speaking of dragon, I got to drag my ass and balls to work. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's put everything over. Ben, we'll go with Ben, then
you know where it is. Channelattitude.com, HMG. Subscribe if you're getting it here for free. $5 a month. It all goes to the troops, you guys. We're doing everything we can to bring you the best in wrestling, podcasting, community building, sports, and entertainment. Join it in Facebook. Keep it locked here, Hamin Media Group, Ben Hamin channel, and follow every fucking buddy and share everything that's going on. Because there's no better place for pro wrestling punditry than right the fuck here.
Right the fuck here. Vet, I know you're going to be, it's $2 Tuesday, brother. What do you got going on?
Yeah, just follow me at Opinion Haver everywhere. That includes Twitch. If you want to hang out after this, then go ahead. If not, anywhere else is good too. You already know where I am on Channel Attitude and HMG, so I don't need to rehash it again. Jimmy?
Yeah, I'm not gonna look because I know Ray's in the real rush. You know where to find me. You know where we're at, and just most importantly, like and subscribe right here at Hamin Media Group's YouTube channel, and share us all around, man. And that's all that matters right now.
And I'll just put this quickly over, ladies and gentlemen. Do not forget the Impact Attack and, of course, The Wreckage. And, of course, Wrestling with Rip Rogers, ladies and gentlemen. And, of course, we want you to subscribe to Stevie Richards' channel. Tomorrow, the Next Level Wrestling Review with me and the Fed at 11 a.m. right here and on all HMG streaming networks. And don't forget, this past weekend, we had the Smack Attack and our news show. Well, not our news show, but it's a new show that we're going to put over. We're going to pontificate for. We're going to show love to. And we're going to subscribe to Limpin' Ain't Easy with our brother Timmy Baltimore. Good shit, pal.
It's just on the Monday Locker Room, too, Timmy, on. So check it out.
I know.
Yeah,
so you gotta
good.
check it out.
I listened to that. So yeah.
You gotta check it out, channelattitude.com. And ladies and gentlemen, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I love you guys. We'll see you next week here for I Like It Raw. We'll see you tomorrow for the Next Level Wrestling Review. It is so
Weird.
Fucking Mark!
we're out, guys. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're what's going on here?
You fucking Mark!
That's my here we go. All right, bye guys. We'll see you next week.
Once again, just being that vet, man. Just doing what vets do.